The 2016 MLS season is almost here. It all kicks off Sunday, March 6th, with all 20 teams in action for Soccer Sunday. We've ran through the favorites, the contenders, so now let's take a look at the underdogs in the Eastern Conference. First up, New York City FC. Now off the field, their first season was a huge success. 20,000 season tickets sold, average home attendance of 29,000, and merch flew off the shelves. On the field, the struggle was kind of real. I mean, a lot of the role players, Poku, Tommy Mack, AJ, Medi, all these guys did a great job. Making those big pieces all fit in a limited time was too tall a task. And while the back line took the fall, and Jason Christ, someone will be lucky to grab him soon though. The saying defense starts from the front is not just hyperbole. 58 goals, tied for worst in the league last year, 58 guys. The club acquired French center back Frederick Brilliant, what a name, and Costa Rican left back Ronald Matarrita, who should both be in the starting 11, likely alongside Ethan White and Diego Martinez in the back. There are still questions though. The crowded midfield is the place to ask them, which includes Mix Discarud, Poku, the people's champ, AJ Jacobson, Medi, Tommy Mack, the local hometown hero, and the newly signed Federico Bravo needs to be sorted out. But there's only one spot or two to choose from, because I don't think Frank or Andrea plan on playing Super Sub. Now with so many stars, it's hard to pick a must follow on social media. So I went combing a deep dive into the Twitter feeds. I went real deep on the guy you're thinking of. Yes, you, Mix Discarud. And I started to notice a couple trends. One of which is he seemed eerily similar to another pop culture, fashion, icon, mogul, none other than Kanye West. I can't tell the difference between the two. I thought it might be a fun game to maybe involve one of his teammates, his boy, his bestie, Kyrie Shelton. So we're gonna toss to Kyrie, and we're gonna see if he can figure out which is which.
Kanye.
That was Mix.
Really?
So how will this team fare? Now it's up to the all-time best backline shield, former French World Cup winner and Arsenal legend, Patrick Vieira, to do the job. This time with all three DPs ready to go straight from the jump. What do you think, NYCFC fans? Can they get this back line together? Will they get in the playoffs? Orlando City SC fared slightly better on the field than their fellow 2015 debutants NYCFC. 7 points better, in fact, and just one spot below the red line. Thanks to winning 5 out of the last 6, they really made a push, but didn't quite get into the playoffs. Off the field, the Purple Lions enjoyed an incredible start, selling out the Citrus Bowl for their historic home opener against New York. It was lit there all season long. So one more season at the Citrus Bowl, and then they'll open their own soccer-specific stadium in 2017. Winger Kevin Molino returns from ACL surgery. I know that's tough, man. Stay strong. And Italian midfielder Antonio Notarino joins his former AC Milan teammate Kaká in midfield. The big question, the big guy, Cyle Larin. Can Cyle Larin repeat his record-breaking Rookie of the Year campaign? 17 goals. Congrats, big man. So Kaká's social media following is ridiculous. He could literally change my life with like one retweet, favorite, something, man. But my must follow is actually going to my fellow Cal alum, Servando Carrasco and Breck Shea. These guys are just always doing something ridiculous. With a full season under their belt, better health, and the cacophony coming from the wall, OCSC has an excellent chance to get in their first playoffs ever. Rarely is the addition of a new sporting director the big offseason story, but that is the case for the Philadelphia Union and their front office man, former U.S. international Ernie Stewart. For you young bucks, he was baller. He spent the last decade building teams in the Netherlands, and now he's come back to MLS to rebuild the Union. It's a new day, dupers. Chin up, guys. Curtains brought in 30-year-old Brazilian wide man Ilsinho, who has considerable Champions League experience, actually. He played at Shakhtar for a number of years. And he's also got Roland Alberg, who's another European import. Probably a little Ernie Stewart magic on that one. Just joining from ADO Den Haag. The Union struggled for goals last season, scoring the fewest in the East. Venezuelan striker Fernando Aristeguieta won't return, and playmaker Christian Maidana is off to H-Town. So where are the goals gonna come from, Philly fans? On the social side, they have some great options to choose from. Mo Adu, CJ Sapong, all solid choices. But I gotta go back with my guy from Houston, teammate, Warren Creval. Probably the best curated Insta with a nice blend of photography, style of course, and sport. Plus, he's got a pretty dope clothing line, dropping this summer, t-shirts and accessories. I got an early plug. Leading scorer CJ Sapong is looking to double his goal output from last season. He banged in 9 last year and he's aiming for 20. That's actually more than double. That's right, a bold prediction from CJ. Go ahead, Big Africa. Major props, probably the coolest Twitter name in all of MLS. Chris Pontius comes up I-95 to Philly from DC, and if he can stay healthy, I know that's an if. I've been there, man. I'd love to see this guy back in complete form. He could really be a weapon for Curtin and Co. as they search for a playoff spot. Chicago Fire won just 8 games out of 34 last year, which for Fire fans is just never gonna be enough. They basically cleaned house though, with Nelson Rodriguez stepping in as GM and his hire, Veljko Paunovic, who checks all the boxes. He's got European and MLS playing experience, connections in the transfer market, and a reputation for developing young talent. He took the Serbian U20 team to the World Cup, won the whole thing, beat Brazil along the way. He's for real. Fire fans, I know you're hurting after the trade of promising homegrown midfielder Harry Shipp to Montreal. But it looks like Pano is looking to play a little more up-tempo, up and down, with an emphasis on speed. One guy who's gonna help a lot with that is the number 4 draft pick, Brandon Vincent, the Stanford guy. He should slot into the left back spot right away, especially with the exit of Jovan Jones. Brazilian striker Gilberto is back, and he's gonna join striker David Akam. That dude has speed to burn, but the Fire attack is still a work in progress. In front of goal, the defense was tied for most goals conceded, dead last year with 58. So alongside Vincent, our new signings, Johan Kapelhoff, he's from the Dutch Eredivisie, and Portuguese center back João Meira. That sounded nice. Consistent play will be needed as Fire fans hope for signs of progress. And a good schedule with the first 5 of 7 at Toyota Park at home will be crucial to setting the right tone. Matt Doyle, the armchair analyst, knows the league better than anyone. Come to think of it, I've never even seen that dude in the armchair. Anyways, Matt, you got 16 seconds for 2016 Eastern Conference Underdogs. Go.
Now, there are 4 underdogs in the Eastern Conference chasing Peck. 3 of those teams are mostly rebuilt, but the 4th, Orlando City SC, is the one that I think most people expect to make a playoff push built around their young core.
My take on these teams, Orlando, I think they've got the best chance to get into the playoffs. But I'm always going to steal a little bit to the Fire. Got a soft spot for my old club. I know how much it means as a player to be able to play in front of those fans in Section 8, and I think this is the year, hopefully, they take the right steps to get back towards the playoffs, hopefully sneak in. It could be tough, but either way, I think this is the year they put something on the field that the fans and the city can be proud of. So those are your Eastern Conference underdogs. It starts Sunday, March 6th, all teams playing on one day, Soccer Sunday, if you gotta ask. And don't forget, you can watch MLS all season long on ESPN, Fox, and Univision, and on the MLS app, anywhere, anytime. Make sure to tune in to MLS Soccer Sunday Week 1 live show at 1 p.m. on MLSsoccer.com.